Chillin' with the satellites, hope they make me lose focus.
Hey, fuck the focus for the moment. Finna break one down and smoke it. Irish cream, swisher sweets. Oh, these ashes look like roses when my homie drift. Roll it, we be toasted as a loaf of bread. So stoned to the bone, finna phone home. Got the homegrown, cultivated on a whole nother planet. Damn, had to react. Borderline hazardous, get you a mask. You better bet that whenever we smoking, you choke on what goes in your tank, call it gas. Music on blast, smoke even louder. Face puckered up, get a taste of the sour. No time to waste, let me hit up the plug. I'm in love cause she bring a bouquet of the flower. Hey,
I'ma roll another wood cause it keeps me in motion. Spark it up and pass it around. My ashes look like roses.
Alright, welcome back YouTube, Ep.7. We got WaKc the CloWN coming on. Appreciate you guys bearing with me, staying patient. We got WaKc in the place. What up, dog? Hell yeah, appreciate you coming on, bro. We've been talking about this for a minute, but we both been just doing our thing, staying busy, bro. You know how it is.
Working, sleeping, man. That's pretty much it. We finally got a couple days off together, so hell yeah, it all worked out.
When I first met you, bro, like, you're just like a real interesting, like, real chill, you know, kind of just doing your own thing kind of dude, you know, which I respect about you. You kind of, like, stay in your own lane. But then on top of that, you have all these, like, little things you do, like, after work. We fucking, got the chance to see you bust out your nunchucks a long time ago. Me, Juan, and a couple other coworkers came outside and you're fucking with the nunchucks, and that shit was pretty cool. So, like, you got that shit going on,
Yeah,
you got the martial arts going on, you got the rap going on. So, like, from my perspective, you're just, like, pretty interesting dude. And then once I heard your lyrics, it was like, damn, this fool's really lyrical, bro. Like, he's not just, like, out here just, you know, trying to sound like anybody. Like, if you really listen to this guy's music, like, he's got some real, like, lyrical shit, like, poetical, like, just, you gotta dissect it, you know what I mean? If you really listen to it, not
Hell
just,
yeah.
like, oh, like, just, you know, like, some people will just listen to something, and if it's not, like, the norm, you know, like, the norm of, like, oh, like, it's not something you'd hear on the radio, or, like,
It's not whatever.
you know, yeah, basically like that. Like, people are used to, like, a certain sound, and, like, I feel like you hop out of that comfort zone, which I like that about you, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
And as far as, like, your own perspective, like, who would you say WaKc the CloWN is, man?
So, WaKc the CloWN is, like you said, I'm outside the box, but it's not just because my influences were in music growing up, but it's just how I've always been, man. You know, my music, I always tell people, if you want to know how I'm truly feeling, I can sit here and tell you to your face, you know, with words, how I'm feeling, you know, at any point in time. But if I, at any point, you know, sometimes it takes me longer to fucking record and release a song after I've written it, you know what I'm saying? But if I, at any point, you know, like, here's the lyrics, next day, here's the fucking recording, you know, which I do that a lot. I've been doing that. I did that a couple times when we're at work, you know. I show you all my new shit before anybody else gets to hear it. If you really want to know what's going on inside my head, bro, at any point in time, listen to my music. Cause I can sit here, I'm good with my words, but I have a hard time explaining myself unless I'm putting it into lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah. And then right on that topic, like, where can people go to listen to you?
all caps, no spaces. WaKc TheClown. WaKc the CloWN. All caps, no spaces between the words. There are 2 pages because my old page was linked to my old email. You know, fucking just me not being careful. But shit, subscribe to both of them if you want. Nothing's going on in one of them, obviously, but some of my older shit's on there. But yeah, that's where you can find me, and then on Facebook as well, same thing. All caps, WaKc the CloWN. And on TikTok. But yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. And then off topic but on topic, like, how long have you been a juggalo for? Because I see you kind of, like, rep that clown culture.
So check it out. I've been since.
And how did you get into that?
Since I was probably, I think I was 13. first heard ICP, it was obviously it was Boogie Woogie Woo. It was the first song that most juggalos hear. And I fell in love, because it was exactly like I was saying, who I am. I'm saying. I obviously that shows in my music, but I don't know, for some reason, I've always been drawn to the clowns. I'm saying. I love ICP. Um, they were of course my first influence as far as rapping goes. But as I grew older, my favorite rapper as of the past 10 years, A$AP Rock, shout out. But anyway, um, when people hear my music, and WaKc the CloWN, hear that I'm a juggalo and shit, I'm a juggalo rapper. You know what I'm saying? Which is I'm a rapper who happens to be a juggalo. If you listen to most of my music, I'm WaKc the CloWN, of course, and it's obvious where my influence for that came from. But if you listen to most of my music, if not all of it, I'm hardly, talking about, juggalos or, being a juggalo in my music. I'm being me, which is, they're obviously two different people, but in one and the same.
Like, I definitely fuck with ICP and, like, other juggalo rappers. Like, one of my favorites right now is Ouija Mac. He's a newer juggalo artist. He goes hard as fuck, but, like, yeah, you definitely stand out from that because, like, you just have, like, your own style, bro. Like, so I don't know how to say it, like.
I love that. I love
bro.
that you word it like that, bro, because that's an accurate description, bro. Like, it's just, you just gotta get to know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to my music, but talk to me as a fucking person. I'm I'm something entirely different, from anybody. Anybody could fucking say that. I hope all of us are different from each other, but I'm the odd man out, but for the better.
Well, let's see here. How old are you and where were you born and raised, bro?
I'm 27 years old. I'm born and raised here in Tucson, Arizona. My home.
Yeah, another local, bro.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, man. The city raised me. It can be hard. It can be tough sometimes. Could even be shit sometimes, but it's home. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Oh yeah. I respect that. So like, how was your upbringing? Like, besides being a rapper, like, how was like growing up and stuff like that?
Rough, real rough. You as you said, I've been doing martial arts since I was 12, I believe, is when I started. But I learned martial arts very different than a lot of people learn. My upbringing was super shitty. My stepdad was a dick, for lack of better terms. For like, he'd split his love with me. For 2 weeks, he'd try to take me fishing, teach me how to fix a car, shit like that. And then the next 2 weeks, he was a fucking monster. He hit me, grown ass man, hit me full force, shit like that. That's something I dealt with on the daily. So there was that to deal with. I was also, a very very weird kid. Obviously, I'm still a fucking weird dude, but you have a harder time dealing with that shit when you're a kid. So, I got picked on a lot at school as well. Bullied by the same dude at school from 2nd grade to the middle of 7th grade. But that was it, man. That's how it was. My mom was, love my mom to death, but she was not the best at that time. She just wasn't. She was blinded by love, and but that's why I started learning martial arts. Like I had to teach myself because my parents didn't have the money to put me in classes or whatever. But I've always loved martial arts since I was a kid, man. So once
You've been fighting since you're a youngster, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I've been fighting since before I knew how to fight, man, which sucks always. But it is what it is. All that shit I went through made me who I am today, man. Like I wouldn't have a single bit of it erased, from my timeline, dog. Like fuck that. But that's why I started learning martial arts. I didn't have money to get thrown into classes and shit. So just so happened one day I was in school in the library and I found the Tao Jeet Kune Do by Bruce Lee and Danny Inosanto. Bruce Lee's, my obviously number one idol as a martial artist. I found that book in the fucking science section, which was cool. You know what I'm saying? I checked that shit out and never brought it back. And that's where I started really like to understand. When we had this shitty junkyard next to our house. I went over there, grabbed a punching bag and shit that was in there, hung it up at the carport, read the book, watched videos, did my stretches, did what everybody was telling me to do in these books and stuff like that. So I wasn't taught by somebody else. I had to teach myself, And as I went along, I actually got good enough to where I was being recognized by master martial artists here in Tucson. Shout out Master Edward Castle of UCA, United Capoeira Association. He saw what I taught myself and immediately took me in, no charge. Was a good teacher. I just wasn't the best student. I was good at learning this stuff, but I wasn't attentive. But he's just one of the people who saw what I could do, took me in, taught me for free. But it was that's how my upbringing was, man. It was it was rough enough to where I had to fucking legitimately teach myself how to survive, which, like I said, I'd never take a single bit of that back, bro. Like, I love martial arts, man. And if I would have never gotten to that point to where I was like, fuck it, let me just teach myself what I gotta lose, if I never had gotten to that point, via all the shit that I was put through, I wouldn't have never found out that I learn shit quick when it comes to martial arts, man. Like, show me a video, man, and like I'll pick it up if it's something I've never seen. It's just one of the things that I'm very, very good at. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people martial arts and music is the only fucking thing I truly know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm knowledgeable in a lot of shit, but sorry, I kind of diverged there, but yeah.
No, that's cool, bro. That's cool as fuck. I mean, that sucks that you went through all that shit, but, like we were saying earlier, we kind of had a similar conversation. It's pretty much like the bad shit that you go through, good shit. Bad and good is what kind of shapes you and sculpts you into who you are, bro.
Yeah. I'll take the good with the bad. As I always say, man, yin and yang. We cannot know light without darkness. We know darkness without light.
Oh yeah, man. So shit. Any shout outs to like anybody, like, famous, not famous, people who inspired you, just friends, family, like.
Okay, so like I said earlier, shout out to A$AP Rock. I started listening to him. My homie Woody, Michael, one of our managers, one of my close friends who were kids. He showed me him about maybe 10 years ago, and he's been my favorite rapper ever since. And since that point is when my music really started taking a turn, because he's like, you think I'm outside the box? That motherfucker is on an entirely different spectrum, dude. In my opinion, as a rapper, he is the greatest fucking rapper alive. But anyway, shout out to Ace, shout out to ICP, of course, shout out to Twisted, shout out to my brother Metal, Rome, Rhythm and Me, Gemini Twins. That's my brother right there. Shout out to Brainwave.
I know you didn't say it, but I'm gonna say it for him. Shout out to Strange Music, man. I feel like
fuck it.
Hey, you could fucking.
There's too many. There's.
I want to sign this guy before it's too late, man. Strange Music.
Yeah, straight up, dude. I love tech, bro. Like, there's many influences in my music, which I
tap in.
Why I didn't mention, like, as much of my fucking famous influences, but fuck yeah, dude. I love Strange Music, dude. Remember my first Tech 9 concert, dude? I got kicked out before Tech came on. Yeah, that shit sucked, dude. But hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Love Strange. Love Psychopathic. Love Magic Ninjas too. Word to Twisted. Word to Mother. Love you, Mom. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my sister Sandra specifically. Shout out to all my sisters, but my sister Sandra has always been a big supporter of me and my music. Anything I do, but especially my music. Shout out to my daughter Ahsoka. Lastly, most importantly. But yeah, man, there's so many people that I could still shout out, man. But like, yeah, man, it'd go on forever, dude. Like, y'all, I don't want to hear none of y'all motherfuckers coming at me when you see this shit. You know who you are. You know I would have done it. Oh shit! Shout out to Eli. Straight up, man.
Eli podcast.
Yep.
All right, man. So, what was the first song you've ever recorded, bro?
Shit. Money Walks. That's what it was called.
That's your first song?
Yeah, Money Walks. That's what I called it. Yeah, man. The first couple bars, even to the blind eye. I'm pretty fly for a Thai guy. At home, all alone, watching hentai on my laptop. On my laptop, bumping Mad Rocks, no clothes, face paint in my flash shocks. Yeah, man. Fucking, that was the first song I ever recorded. Can't remember none of the fucking lyrics for it. But yeah, man, I had a real good time recording that, man. That also obviously shows who another one of my influences was, the Gorillaz. Like, you know that time in your life when you discover that you fucking like music, like when you cognitively you're like, yo, this is fucking, music is the shit. You pick your favorite bands. The Gorillaz was my first favorite band, man. Like, they're also, outside the box, man.
Yeah, dude, I've always honestly fucked with the Gorillaz too. The Gorillaz, like, shit. Who else, man? There was this other WaKc. They have that commercial with the Geico commercial. It's like, everywhere I go, there's always something to remind me of another place and time. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, have you never heard
No,
that shit?
never
Hey,
heard
that
that,
shit
bro.
goes hard, especially when you're just baked as fuck, bro.
Hell yeah, send me that shit later,
The
man.
instrumental, it's like a little ambient fucking tune. I'm just
Oh,
tripping.
bro.
I might just be tripping. People probably be like, "This guy's tweaking." Oh, man, how do you feel like you've gotten better, from where you began and where you're at now? Like, how do you feel like you've
Okay, I like that. So when I started, I was very, very ignorant. I started rapping when I was 15. Very, very ignorant. I'm very much a juggalo. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's at least when I started, back then I didn't have the equipment to record and shit, but I always kept my fucking raps. Like, usually what I would do is I would like put the beat on the TV or something on YouTube, and then put my phone up and shit, and then record myself, spitting the lyrics to whatever fucking beat I was spitting to. But I was very ignorant, very reserved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hated Big back then. I think, like, first of all, in opening up my mind to more musics, you know what I'm saying? Opening, like, being more willing to take more shit in, which you listen to my playlists at work, bro. It's fucking everywhere, But back then it was just, ICP, Wu-Tang Clan, Cypress Hill, shit like that. Mostly Psychopathic actually. But yeah, man, I love me some fucking death metal too. Some deathcore, dude. Fucking always had a special place in my heart,
Yeah, back to the topic. So back from where you began and where you are now, basically, that's how you were feeling about that.
Yeah, man. I was very reserved. You know what I'm saying? I was just very angry. Everything was kill, kill, kill. Violence, fucking shit talking. Mostly shit talking. Don't get me wrong. I still do a lot of that today, but I'm better at it now. I'm a lot better at it, and I have a lot more. I can back it up. You know what I'm saying? As I started going along, opening my mind to more fucking music, taking shit in, actually enjoying music, listening to music, not just fucking hearing the shit. We obviously take shit from our influences, but it's not that I took, something from, as in, their rap style and shit, and it was more. Let me just put it like this: like I've told everybody, man.
Like your lyrics, you feel like as far as lyrics go, your lyrics got like more advanced.
Oh, exponentially, man! Like, oh fuck yeah, dude. So instead of taking the influence from my favorites as like, hearing what they're doing and then doing what they're fucking doing, I got comfortable being the fucking weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Really not giving a fuck what I rap about, but also, like I tell everybody, I love it when people listen to my music and they like my music. That shit's fucking always much appreciated. But when it's all said and done, man, I do this shit for me, dude. I make this music for me, dude. Like, I fucking listen. I fucking put it on my playlist for me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I said, it's an expression of self, and it helps me understand myself as well. After it's all fucking edited, recorded, and all that shit. But I wouldn't have gotten to that point as well if I hadn't, really stopped being so fucking ignorant as a rapper, which is, I'm not gonna say anything about anybody else, but that was me. You know what I'm saying? I was very ignorant, very reserved, and once I started listening to music and understanding music more, you know what I'm saying, like, and branching out, like understanding how different genres and shit work, you know what I'm saying? Different songs from different genres, all that shit, man. Like, all of that fucking mashed in a big shit bucket, just, bring me to this this to who I am right now. You know what I'm saying? Who I am today. I've never been more confident in my skill as a rapper. You know, I'm not the best around, obviously. Anything that anybody's doing, you know what I'm saying? Get the bare minimum, the necessities, and then fucking add your flavor.
100, bro. So besides me, of course, what recent collabs have you been doing with anybody? Like any Tucson artists people should know about? Any collab?
Like I said, my brother Rome, Rome, the rhythm of me, goddamn genius. He's Rome. I'm WaKc the CloWN. Together we're Gemini twins. We're born on the same fucking day. He's my best fucking friend. We have a lot of shit coming y'all's way. We have Medusa on SoundCloud. That one dropped last year. You know, that's the only song I believe that we have together that is out there. But we have so much shit written, and we're finally getting on top of this shit. So that all will be coming at you soon. Brainwave, I already have like 3 songs recorded with him. It's my fault. Gotta fucking do my editing and shit like that. Whatever. But Brainwave is fucking, again, he's one of my closest homies, and he's a goddamn rapper. The dude, like, he does the damn thing for real. We already have a couple songs out there right now, so y'all can keep them on my page. But we have Noose. Me and Brainwave recorded a song called Noose. You know, I made the beat. That one, again, it's my fault. I gotta edit that shit. Gotta stop fucking around. We have that one recorded. Just gotta wait for the drop. Dirty South, coming from the Gemini twins. Dirty South. Keep an eye out for that one. WaKc the CloWN and Rome. Who else? I honestly think those are the only 2 artists that I still work with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I fuck with it, bro.
It's, you know, I've had artists at shows like come to me talking about, like, they see my set and they're like, you're good, you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah, and I'll tell them like, yo dude, let's do some work together, you know what I'm saying, like, I'll make the beat, you know what I'm saying, I'll come correct with it, bro, like, let's just fucking do this shit, not you know, for each other, bro, let's do this shit, like, for Tucson, you know what I'm saying, because we're fucking too divided, you know what I'm saying. You're wrong, I talk a lot of shit, but I also try to fucking put a lot of rappers on. I got my homie Brainwave, his first fucking performance on stage. This dude Adam, I got him his first performance. This dude Jay, I got him his first performance. And it's just because I felt like they deserved to be on there, you know what I'm saying? I got my first time performing, and after that, like, I knew more were to come, but I got my first time. Now I needed to help my other motherfuckers get there too, you know? But I've had dudes at concerts like tell me I'm good and shit like that, and you know, when I hit them up, try to reach out, you know what I'm saying, like, even telling them, like, I'm coming with all the work, bro, like, I'll make the beat, you know what I'm saying, like, even if you guys want to pick the top, anyway, like,
this guy gets down with working, like, I mean, I don't really know, but as far as, like I said, from my own perspective, I see he's got all, like, real lyrical shit, which means he puts in all that effort, and then, like, even with his own beats, he knows how to, like, you know how to fuck with beats, right?
And that's something I just recently started doing.
He be fucking with beats, all that. So tap in with him for collabs, dude. Like, Tucson artists. Tucson artists, tap in with WaKc the CloWN 100.
I ain't charging nobody nothing, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know what the fuck y'all want. Let's just fucking work together, bro. Like, the music, y'all.
Hey, if y'all are trying to tap in with WaKc the CloWN, just reach out to us at that Gmail at gettinupwitheli@gmail.com, or you can reach out to him personally through Instagram. That's WaKc the CloWN, WaKc the CloWN.
This helps. Obviously, we're helping each other out. Like, fucking, he gets content, you know. We y'all see who we are, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully. But shout out to Eli, because, you know, we're all eating here, but he set the fucking table. Like, he's the one setting the table. He's the one reaching out, you know, trying to get us in here and shit, and fucking. It's the shit, man. Nobody's doing this shit.
Woo. Yeah, man. So that's episode 7, man. WaKc the CloWN. Hey, till next time, we're gonna run it back. We might do some vlogs. You know what I'm saying? Just fuck around. Maybe walk around on 4th and ask people, you know, to rate some of his songs 1 to 10. See if they like it. Tell them to subscribe to WaKc. You know, run up the subscribers. We're going to do the same for a few more. We got early 3 a.m. running some vlogs soon. we're gonna run around, doing the whole
shebang, man.
rate us type deal, little
The
questionnaire,
whole
just bullshit, and
shebang,
seeing what we can
man.
get into, man. Honestly,
All that
I'm
shit.
very inspired by a lot of these other YouTubers out here that are doing this shit too. So shout out to like Dope as Yola,
yeah.
man. Fucking who else, bro?
Shout out
Fucking
to
all
the
kinds
Strange
of
Show.
crazy fucking YouTubers, man. Shit. Honestly, I'm so baked right now. The only people I could think of are like weed YouTubers, like Eric Kahn and Dope as Yola, or like
The
shit,
Strange
bro. Who
Show.
else? Danny Mullen. Have you seen Danny Mullen, bro? Or like, obviously it's not really on my level, but shout out to Kill Tony too. That shit's funny.
And the
as fuck.
Strange Show. Once again.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Again, peace out,
Tell you
y'all.
motherfuckers are getting up with Eli.
Forgot. Put it on now, so I don't have to edit all that bullshit out.
There we are.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Episode.
Dab a clock, bitch.
Nice little tip.
Goddamn, he has to go through